good friend and neighbor, elderly veteran, when I moved in 1997, moved into the courthouse. Gordon Harrison is my neighbor. So he's the one who got me involved with the Battle of Bulge meetings, or maybe I got him involved, I'm not sure. Maybe I got that out. Sorry to take it. That's my affiliation. As far as what the first two speakers say, I second what they say. I believe in housing first. Project had her sister, Mary Scallon, she believes in that also. Also believe that humane social democracy remain our form of government is paramount to any of these other objectives of housing the homeless and such. Now, what I came to speak about. I came to support the work of the Battle of Bulge veterans and having a monument in the city of Philadelphia. The only World War II monument is in 30th Street Station. It's a big angel statue near the ceiling, and that's dedicated to Pennsylvania railroad employees who died in the wars. But I feel, and many other people do, that the city needs a more public World War II monument, specifically Battle of Bulge. And we're hoping to have it in front of the Franklin Institute in a very public place. And we're asking for Art Commission and city support, and of course the Veterans Commission to also endorse the idea and try to work with the city on this issue as well, to have a decent sculpture and granite with a little mini wall or granite marker with historical markers explaining what the Battle of Bulge is. And you can see, let the school kids see it. School kids will see it. The school kids will see it when they come out in front of the institute, and the teachers and advisors go over and look at the World War I aviator monument, and then hopefully the World War II Battle of Bulge monument in the same aviator park.
Thank you. And if you could give reference to the Battle of Bulge organization.
Yes, so the Battle of Bulge Association and the Delaware Valley chapter is the one that's pursuing, which they meet the chapel of the 4 chapels the last Wednesday of the month from 12:30 sharp. They have the regular monthly meetings, if anybody's interested in this topic or any other topic or just the history, they can come to meetings at the chapel, 4 chapels in the Navy Yard.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I just wanted to say that this is what this commission is and must continue to be about, and that there needs to be policies and putting together these things plainly, decent, and in order for this commission to be viable for the city of veterans. There are many things that can be done and need to be done aside from the daily, day-to-day work, that there are policies. We need to look at parking for veterans when they come into the city to be serviced by us. They're 65, 70 years old. They're walking to their cars and paying $35 to $60 to park for 2 hours. We need to honor them in some way for the parking situation. There are other things. There are projects like Battle of the Bulge, Vietnam veterans. We have young veterans coming home, and they're working with this. Some of them are 100%, but they need housing. There are a lot of things that this commission can do and further their work in, because there are great minds here. There are great minds here, and we need to become active. We have not fallen behind the code. We have been pushed forward, and we need to work with people. There are companies willing to work with us now, and we need to engage them. Thank you.
Thank you. George Perez, turn on his mic.
Joe, I want to thank you for the email questions that you've been sending me about employment. For you, I was able to get 10 jobs at the Navy Yard over your last email that sent me. Thank you. Also, you mentioned something about veterans homeless. I had a meeting at Police District 24 about homeless with City Council, the police officers, and social services, and they rejected my budget about getting the homes for veterans. They completely rejected, they didn't even look at it. So I still have the plan and where to put the homeless homes, because I checked with Ohio, Florida, Connecticut has no homeless veterans because of this project. We could submit the same project to the city, but they rejected it. Thank you.
Thank you, George Perez. Before we go to Dr. Andy Mossy for Captain, just wanted to mention another program that's going to be EFW Coast 1564, EFW Coast 1564, furnish us with these little flags. So sometimes one of the flags get unsociable and they have to be properly destroyed, so they cut a piece out and give it to us. So there's here's another piece of the flag here from EFW Post 1564. Thank you very much for the post. Dr. Andy, Captain Boston.
I have to say right up front that I'm losing my hearing, and I have heard 50% of what they said today. So I really reject the use of the microphone. I have a loud voice, and I hope you can hear me, and I'll make my point. My name is Wansky, Anthony Wansky. I'm a 22-year resident of Philadelphia. I'm not originally from here. My wife is, though, that counts. I've come to love the city, and I work very, very hard for veterans and for history and remembrance. We're very, very active in many different veterans-style organizations that support either the historic veterans or the present veterans, etc. Andre and I are both members of Legion Post 411, Benjamin Franklin Post at the Union League, and we're very active in supporting veterans' causes and helping as much as we can. We're open to membership, not only for veterans, but we have what's called an associate membership. And if you don't have to be a veteran to have that, or if you're a veteran and don't want to leave your post, you can join as an associate member and enjoy all privileges except officer positions and so on. We meet the third Monday of every month at 6 p.m. in the Union League. We have a speaker series, and the speaker has something to do with civic affairs, with veterans affairs, with history, and then national history, etc. And in fact, this coming Monday evening, March 18th, we have a very unique program on service dogs. And the Alpha Bravos Canines service dogs, an official from that group is going to speak about their work in helping veterans to adjust, who have problems, mental health problems, or whatever, emotional, and the dogs are a great help. And in fact, a service dog is going to come and speak. Now, I'm not sure it's English, but I'm kidding, right? So, you're welcome to come 6 p.m. Union League in the Lincoln Memorial Room, which was, by the way, dedicated to the veterans who had fought in the Civil War, who were Union League members. So, you're welcome to come. Men, jacket, and no sneakers or jeans. And so, that's one thing that we do, that we reach out, and the other thing that we do is we memorialize and remember the fallen, those who served the sacrifice, the supreme sacrifice, and those who served and have passed on. They should not be forgotten. And so we have been doing for decades Memorial Day service at Laurel Hill Cemetery, and we've also placed flags along the graves of about 10,000 veterans buried in the cemetery. We can't do them all. We get as many as we can, and usually our program is usually on the Sunday before Memorial Day, so that the folks can also do a service at the grave of Benjamin Franklin, who's our patron, at Christchurch Burial Ground. So we do a Sunday program at Laurel Cemetery at noon, and then the next day at 1 at Christchurch Burial Ground for veterans buried there, including Benjamin Franklin and several signers of the Declaration of Independence. And we bring a greet, technically the old style service, with prayers and songs and wreath layings and so on, because this means something, and it's important. I'm sure they are looking down from above, and they're not very happy that we haven't forgotten, but it's also important to do this for future generations. So we want people to come out and participate. I'm also the president of the Philadelphia chapter of the Veterans of the Battle of the Bulge. We meet at the chapel, as was already stated, and we have a number of World War II veterans, original veterans, who are our members. We work for them. We also reach out to all veterans when we need. And so one thing that we have done is, and I was a spearhead for this, was to obtain the French Légion d'honneur, the Legion of Honor Award, the highest military award of the French, for Benjamin Berry, 100-year-old veteran of the Battle of the Bulge. He's going to receive it from the French Embassy on Monday at the chapel. You are all welcome. This will appear on the media, and so he's acknowledged. And our other veteran of the Battle of the Bulge, his name is Jay Brewster. He's 99 years old. They're both like Charlotte's Tax, and he's spry and healthy, and it's wonderful. And Big Jay Brewster will be reaching 100 in December. As usual, will probably be required for him too. But Benjamin is going to receive this award. He's certainly worthy of it, and we're so happy that the French finally decided to bestow this upon him. We had something to do with it. Believe me, it takes a lot of work to get this issued, but it will happen. And so this is the thing that we do. I'm also involved in the Veteran Corps of the Washington Rays. This is a National Guard unit of former veterans to honor the past men who served, including the gentleman to my left right here, and also this big gentleman. And we are preparing a museum which will be open free of charge to the public soon, called the Armory Museum. It is in the National Guard Armory on the campus of Drexel University, 32nd in Lancaster, and it honors all the citizen soldiers who served from the colonial period all the way up to the present time. And there is a unit of the 28th Division that is headquartered there, 130 engineers, as well as the ROTC contingent from Drexel. And so we are preparing this, and every time we go down there, we discover new treasures. I was there yesterday, and I found an album of photographs from the before it was the 20th Division, but then of the Mexican National Guard, who went to Mexico for the Pancho Villa incursion and invasion that was stopped in 1916, and has all those pictures of them down on the border. Boy, it's reminiscent of something that's going on right now. Anyway, I have to close. Okay, that's right. So, this is the most important thing, and I thank you for the time. Thank you very much, sir.
Roger. Also, just before we go to our next one, a couple of announcements. The office telephone number here for the VA office and the Philadelphia City VA office, 215-686-3256. Also, reminding everyone that this is a public hearing, that's a quarterly hearing, and it's basically to receive information and issues about veterans as well as give out veterans information. The next one will be June 12th at 2 o'clock, Wednesday, June 12th at 2 o'clock, September 11th at 2 o'clock, that's on the super special day, and September 11th at 2 o'clock. So that's the agenda for the rest of the year. Before we turn it over to Dr. Kathy Santos, I want to thank everybody for coming. We do have another after 10 minutes, but we would like a couple minutes to close. So obviously, I have more than 5 minutes. Dr. Kathy Santos.
Good afternoon.
On May 26th at Valley Forge Meadow One Pavilion, we will be honoring the 9 Puerto Rican Medal I recipients on that date. So,
What's the date?
you're welcome. May 26th. Or something at the Medal I Pavilion.
All right, thank you, George, Chairman George, Commissioner George Perez, and we'll have a couple of announcements after Kathy's done. Kathy Perez. I think it says Kathy Santos. All right.
Thank you. Good afternoon. I would like to thank you all for the opportunity to present a statement today. And in honor of Women's History Month, salute to Philadelphia's 100th newly elected Mayor Cheryl Parker.
Yes.
And all the women leaders who are on board with this administration for leading the city of brotherly love in these challenging times. We recognize the women veterans as leaders, and we pay tribute to all women who have donned the uniform, past, present, and future, for their roles in our nation's security. And I would like to recognize Ms. Pate and Ms. Woods for their really good work under these very challenging transitions here. And I honor you today. Thank you very much. My name is Dr. Kathy Bennett, also known as Dr. Kathy Bennett Santos, and I'm the principal investigator conducting research that is primarily a gap analysis to identify the racial inequities and health disparities of women veterans, and the barriers and challenges to intervention and support services in Philadelphia County. Also, I'm the founder of the first nationally recognized nonprofit, the National Alliance of Women Veterans Incorporated, which addresses women veterans from a grassroots perspective who are also victims of military sexual trauma. And I contributed to legislation which in 1993 resulted in a mandate for women to have gender-specific facilities in all VA hospitals in the country, of which we celebrated those 30 years in 2023. And a tribute hosted by the Philadelphia VA Director, Honorable Karen Osler, and the Public Affairs Director, Ms. Rita Chappelle, which on June the 23rd also we hold a roundtable here at these halls of the Philadelphia City Hall, where we had a discussion around the sciences of medicine and big pharma, all working towards improving the lives of women veterans everywhere. I am also a Gulf War era veteran who resides in the 3rd Congressional District and the 5th Councilman District here in Philadelphia, where I'm also a homeowner since 1996 and a long-time resident of over 55 years. I am here today in overlapping roles, which may require clarity and particular references for further elaboration. The 2016 Joint Commission report to the Governor, which at the time was Governor Wolf, described the characteristics of veterans in the state of Pennsylvania, which omitted Philadelphia County. No other demographical studies that have been relevant have been conducted that provide reliable, valid data specific to urban and more specifically to Black or African American women veterans that live here in the city of Philadelphia. This demographic is the focus of a study which was conducted by a VA doctor in Los Angeles, Dr. John Washington, where the 9 million enrolled women veterans were presented with the opportunity to be screened. Of that, they learned that 87% of the 9 million were women, 26% were urban, and 13% of the urban women were Black African American women. 26% of those enrolled screened positive for military sexual trauma. And 2 of those studies that were conducted toward the end of 2023 by Donald Schultz refers to Western Pennsylvania, where their study also omitted a urban population in the demographics here. Along with the study from Jefferson University, which was conducted by Dr. Paula Vincent, which did not provide any reliable data for understanding the dichotomies within the lives of women veterans of urban communities who were Black African American. We believe that the omission of the different gender, sex, racial, and the ethnic backgrounds are significant for getting the healthcare that they need. I have addressed at least 2 issues here in Philadelphia that have been raised that I'd like to bring to this With regards to the chapter, the fourth chapter, I do think that is a really great platform, but it's kind of siloed in a particular area that restricts other participation from other sections of the city and demographics. We also like to talk about the veterans impacted by city services, particularly the thank you for acknowledging the property, because I did have to walk 4 blocks and pay $35 this morning. So that is a very important consideration, I think, for the city of Philadelphia as we move forward to improving the climate for veterans here in the city of Philadelphia. And I think that will include all veterans here under that 66,000 approximate number that was mentioned by Ms. Page. Data, statistical analysis of homelessness, suicide, other quality of life factors causing intervention barriers and challenges in healthcare and sustainability, more specifically homelessness. When we have women veterans in the city of Philadelphia sleeping on the streets, and we have women veterans sleeping in their cars in the park, I think that is something that we should pay really close attention to, and is I consider it inhumane for any human being to have to sleep on the streets of any city, but particularly Philadelphia, because I know that we can do better. And I'd like to kind of highlight this as part of the recommendations to mention it towards moving forward. Thank you, Mr. Perez, for including that to the agenda along with the budget of their work. But there is a cohesive effort across the city of Philadelphia where we have sections off as North Philly, South Philly, but Philadelphia County encompasses all of that. There are 67 counties in the state of Pennsylvania, and so Philadelphia County has a responsibility to take care of its own to some degree. I believe that we need to be more intentional about how we approach the population here, whether it's sexual assault. I think that's how we should look at this commission as being a focus of Philadelphia County, not necessarily South Philadelphia, West Philadelphia, but Philadelphia in general, which is what the purpose of the commission is for, the county. I would also like to present core recommendations with regards to my observation here over the past 20 years since I've been coming here. The Philadelphia Veterans and Rights Commission, which was established in the resolution, somewhat in my opinion is kind of antiquated for the purposes intended. I think we need to advance and progress our policy on the activities that this commission should focus, particularly technology. With regards to what the announcements made here, to make reference to those announcements would be best, in my opinion, in an online social environment where we can refer to them maybe beyond this particular forum.
Kathy, you have so much information, and
I have less than 5 minute statement. It was less than 5 minutes. I read it. It's only 3 minutes.
well, thankfully it's in writing, which we're thankful for. Also, you've given us.
I'm going to complete my statement. Excuse me, Mr. McCoy. I will finish. It has one paragraph. I will be completed in 2 minutes. So the report, my recommendations to the commission is that they be considered here by this council, that they be updated to place a 21st century focus on the present statistical data for what is going on today in Philadelphia with the constant complaints that we're getting from veterans to my office about homelessness we see on the street. So I'd like to make that an issue because we're here to address this council on, through the commission, on what the residents here are experiencing as veterans. And I'd like to make sure that we have that highlighted here as a recommendation to the city council that all veterans, not just a few veterans, but we need to include the Black women veterans who are considered, according to the study by the VA, as having the worst treatment. This is according to the VA study, the worst treatment. And we want to make sure that changes under this administration. And I do know that our mayor certainly has adhered to the sensitivity of women, and certainly I'm appreciative of the time to share. My concerns. I will conclude my statement at this time. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Can you tell us the best way to reach you, or website, or email, and cell phone number? We have less than 2.
I am so pleased to do it. So I am certainly pleased to announce that Women Veterans Speak, where we have already began our Philly Cam TV program, which is already aired our first show, where we've been able to be home to Philadelphia.
Can you tell us the website or email?
Philadelphia Cam is a very well-known platform for Philadelphia residents. We all know Philly Cam. Philly Cam is a government station, which probably is being aired. So I'm just saying Philly Cam is online, as well as YouTube.
What's the website again? The website. Philly Cam. Thank you.
Our TV show's name is Women Veterans Speak.
Women women's veterans.
Millicam is the station by which it is shown through Roku, Apple TV, or Xfinity. It's called Millicam.
Any last questions? All right, that should have 10 minutes. Before we close, tomorrow, Monday, 2 o'clock, Chapel for Chapels, 100-year-old World War II veteran is receiving the country of France's highest award. 2 o'clock, this rarely happens. Tomorrow there's for artillery, Marine unit is going to, Marine artillery is going to be at 5.
Do you have a website?
And,
Do you have a website that you can share about that information?
World War II veteran in Philadelphia. This is part of the Veterans of the Battle of the Bulge. The Battle of the Bulge is here. We already spoke. He already gave out the Veterans of the Battle of the Bulge website. He already did that. Thank you for everybody to be here. Next year will be in 3 months. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Dr.
Hello, Vice President. How is it?
Issue, and you commission report,
Not since
2016.
not since 2016, sir. And what is important about that is funding. Funding for Philadelphia County is not even part of the consideration by these state legislatures when they are considering what is to be distributed amongst the veterans organizations here. They have $150,000 that they give once a year, through that Veterans Trust Fund, and that's it. And I don't think anyone from Philadelphia has ever received it.
On that commission, was there any funding for veteran organizations? No.
You think that you and I can have a talk later? You think you and I can have a talk later about that? I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Good presentation.
I'm used to it. I've been coming down a long time.
That, what did you say? Is that yours? Low battery.
Yeah. I was
Yeah, you were taking it.
I hope I